Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will turn the pages of An Eye for an Eye by Anthony Trollope. An Eye for an Eye is a novella written by Anthony Trollope and published in 1879. Set against the backdrop of England and Ireland, it explores themes of morality, duty, love, and the consequences of impulsive actions. The story revolves around a young Englishman, Fred Neville, who is heir to the Scroope earldom. While serving in the army, Fred embarks on a passionate romance with an Irish Catholic girl, Kate O'Hara. His conflicting obligations between love and family duty lead to tragic consequences, emphasizing the idea that vengeance and reckoning, symbolized by the title's reference to an eye for an eye, can have devastating effects. Plot summary: Fred Neville, a young Englishman destined to inherit the earldom of Scroope, is restless and eager to embrace life before settling into the weight of responsibility that awaits him. Raised with the expectation that he will one day take his place as the Earl, Fred is aware of the strictures of his class. His uncle, the current Earl of Scroope, a somber man filled with a sense of duty and tradition, anticipates Fred's eventual marriage to a suitable young woman from their own world, ensuring the continuity of their noble line. Fred, however, has other plans. Enlisted as an officer in the army, he finds a freedom in Ireland that he feels England denies him. The wild beauty of the Irish landscape and the adventures he embarks upon stir his sense of romance and independence. But it is in County Clare, near the rugged cliffs of Moher, that Fred encounters the spirited and beautiful Kate O'Hara. Their meeting ignites a passionate love affair, a stark contrast to the measured life awaiting him back in England. Kate, an Irish Catholic, lives a simple life with her mother, Mrs. O'Hara, in a modest cottage. To her, Fred is everything: a gallant hero, the promise of love and a future beyond the confines of her rural world. Kate's love for Fred is pure and all-consuming. She believes his promises, as does her mother, who encourages the match despite their different social standings. Fred, captivated by Kate's beauty and charm, makes promises of marriage, but deep within, he knows that fulfilling such a vow would bring disgrace upon his family. His affair with Kate grows more intense, and for a time, he convinces himself that love might conquer all, even the expectations of his title and the demands of his heritage. Mrs. O'Hara is a shrewd woman, proud of her daughter and determined to secure Fred's commitment. She presses Fred, knowing that their circumstances as poor Catholics place them at a disadvantage in a world governed by English aristocracy and Protestant norms. Fred, caught between his love for Kate and his duty to his family, begins to falter. The weight of his inheritance looms larger each day, and the looming presence of his uncle's expectations becomes impossible to ignore. Back in England, the Earl and his wife, Lady Scroope, are unaware of Fred's entanglement. They continue to believe that he will fulfill his responsibilities and marry within his class. Fred, meanwhile, is tormented by indecision. He cares for Kate, but he also understands that their relationship is unsustainable. His family would never accept her, and his future as the Earl cannot include an Irish Catholic wife from such a low station. In his heart, Fred knows he must end the affair, but he lacks the courage to face the consequences of breaking Kate's heart. Fred's leave from his regiment comes to an end, and he returns to Ireland for what he knows must be his final days with Kate. Yet, even as the moment of reckoning approaches, he continues to evade the truth. Kate, hopeful and devoted, dreams of the life they will share together. She trusts Fred completely, believing that their love will transcend the boundaries of class and religion. She waits eagerly for him to fulfill his promise of marriage. But Fred's resolve begins to crumble. Back in Ireland, he feels the tightening grip of his duty. As heir to the earldom, he knows that his family's reputation is at stake. He cannot bring himself to defy the Earl, the family, and the long-standing traditions that bind him. Yet, he also cannot face the devastation his decision will bring upon Kate. Torn between love and obligation, Fred chooses the path that he believes will secure his future. He will abandon Kate and return to England, leaving her without explanation, hoping that time and distance will ease the pain. The break is brutal. Kate, bewildered and heartbroken, realizes what Fred has done. She retreats into a state of despair, unable to comprehend how the man she loved so completely could betray her so thoroughly. Her mother, outraged and filled with a desire for vengeance, confronts Fred. She demands that he honor his promise to her daughter, but Fred, by now fully resigned to his duty as the future Earl, refuses. His decision, once made, is final. Fred returns to Scroope Manor, where he is received as the dutiful heir. His uncle and aunt are relieved that Fred has avoided scandal and seems prepared to assume the responsibilities of his title. Yet, Fred's conscience is not so easily placated. The image of Kate, the memory of her love and trust, haunt him. He tries to convince himself that he has acted in the only way possible, but his guilt lingers. Meanwhile, Kate's condition worsens. The betrayal destroys her spirit, leaving her fragile and broken. The weight of Fred's rejection, combined with the loss of her hopes and dreams, drives her to madness. Mrs. O'Hara, devastated by her daughter's suffering, becomes consumed by thoughts of revenge. In her heart, she believes that Fred's betrayal has earned him a terrible punishment, an eye for an eye. When the final blow falls, it comes with swift, tragic force. Mrs. O'Hara, unable to bear the sight of her daughter's ruin and driven by her own sense of justice, exacts her revenge on Fred. Kate, who had loved Fred with all her heart, becomes a symbol of the destructive power of love and the consequences of a broken promise. The tale concludes with Fred's realization that his choices, dictated by duty and societal expectations, have led not only to his own emotional ruin, but to the devastation of those who loved him most. That's it for now. If you enjoyed this, check out other books by Anthony Trollope. You'll find them in the description or just search for them on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Anthony Trollope's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.